Hello everyone, this is Blank. Welcome back to another day of Magic the Gathering. We got some Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed today. I was able to get my hands on this pack. I think there's 24 packs in total. Not 100% sure. I think it's 24. Yeah, not too sure, but anyways. Assassin's Creed packs were it came out before I started collecting. I'll say it that way. So, but I am a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I've played a lot of the games, not all of them, but I played Black Flag, Unity, Origin, Odyssey. I have the Valhalla game. I have yet to play it. I really wanted to play the one based in Japan. I don't remember what the title was for that one. I don't know if it was like Shonen or something, or Shinobi. I'm not sure. I'd have to actually look it up. That's a cool art you get. This is actually the one I didn't play. This one was based in London, I believe. Never played it, so I can't say I'm familiar with it. But yeah. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. It's always appreciated. Thanks for tuning in as well. Let's see, do we want to see this, or this? Let's start with that for now. I'll just put this in the background, I guess. Or we can do it this way. Yeah, that works. All right, yeah, so these are like, they're not normal packs. I think there's only like 10 cards. Oh, nope, 7 cards. Yeah, so 7 cards in each pack. Apparently, there's a foil in each pack, so I mean, we'll get something. But who knows what is actually in here. I only know a couple cards, like there's Templar Knight, so I mean there's some stuff, but honestly I don't really know too much about this set, because like I said, it came out before I started collecting, or before I even got into Magic, so. But this was kind of sought after for me, like especially these card arts. Just takes me back to the game. All right, anyways, let's get into it. So we got Eagle Vision. The Revelation of Ezio. Nice. Okay, so I guess we don't have any commons, because that was an uncommon. This is an uncommon. This is another uncommon, Reconstruct History. That's from Origins. Okay. Exile, Reconstruct History. Interesting. Ooh, that's a cool Plains. Okay, so that's cool that they actually, I guess they give you the full art cards. That's awesome. I actually really wanted these, so that's good to see. We got a rare Socrates Athenian Teacher Defender. Interesting. A legendary creature defender. Huh. As long as it's untapped. I don't know why you'd ever want to tap it then, but interesting. Oh, well, there you go. Read the card. I understand the card. Untap or tap it until end of turn. Target creature gains. If this creature would deal combat damage to a player, prevent that damage. This creature's controller and that player each draw half that many cards rounded down. Okay, interesting. I don't know how I would play with that, but okay. Roshan Hidden Magister is our foil. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, look at that. That's actually really cool. Adewale, Breaker of Chains. That is actually a really cool borderless. Is this a borderless? I mean, it looks like a borderless compared to that. But yeah, legendary creature. Very cool. Fortunately, its toughness is 1, but that's alright. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, you may return... Oh, okay, interesting. So it's graveyard deck. Okay. So you can do a assassin, pirate, or vehicle deck. That's actually pretty good. Sorry, this video actually might be a lot longer than I thought. I thought we'd do like a, I don't know, 20-minute video. And obviously for those that are watching, the intro in that pack, we're already at like 6 minutes, so yeah. Alright. Oh, okay, so we got like an introduction for playing, I guess. Oh, okay, so it's a Magic minigame, Into the Story, Assassin Edition. Huh. I might actually, I might look into that. That might actually be kind of interesting to play. With some friends of mine. So, anyways. Alexios, Deimos of Cosmos. Oops. Let's get that in frame. Yeah, so it looks like we don't have any comments. Okay, I'm okay with that. So we got Loyal Inventor, Fatal Push. Okay. An Island, full art, love it. I think that's from the Odyssey, while the planes look to be from Origins. So our rare is Caduceus, Staff of Hermes, so obviously from Odyssey. Equipped creature has a lifelink. As long as you have 30 or more life, equipped creature has +5/+5 and wow. Okay. And prevent all damage. Okay, that's what Indestructible does. Duh. Wow, that's actually... that could go into my life deck. Okay. Xiao Jun. So it looks like we have like a borderless in every pack, because I'm looking like right there. I see it peeking through. Anyways. As long as you... it's your turn, Xiao Jun has Fly and First Strike. Okay. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Xiao Jun deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then Shay Cormac. Okay, this is like the Japanese one. But anyways, permanents of your opponent's control, lose life, hexproof, indestructible, protection, shroud, and ward until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes the target of a spell or ability you control, put a bounty counter on that creature. Huh. Okay. That's actually crazy. You can get around indestructible with that. And hex, like you don't need exile after that. That is a cool card. I'm actually really liking this set. I didn't really know what to expect. I was expecting like you get 7 cards. Okay, you get like a card art of sorts. Or not a card art. Okay, so this is another mini game one. Huh. Okay, I'll have to look into those. But I was really just expecting, okay, you get like a couple cards, you might get a rare, or not a rare, but you might get like 1 or 2 nice cards. If there's a borderless in every single like pack, which seems to be the case, if you like do a little sneak peek, that's cool. How valuable the cards are, I don't look into that really. Like, it's nice to see, but for me, it's just, okay, this is a cool art. Because I, like, my majored in college, university was art related, so I always like art a lot. Anyways, Adristia, that's opposite from Odyssey. Adewale, Breaker of Chains, so that's the regular version. Murder. Classic. There's our forest, which is... I don't know which game this would be from. Maybe Odyssey? Maybe Valhalla? I don't know, actually. Jacob Fry. So. Okay. That's our rare. Reconnaissance is our foil. Remove target attacking creature you control from combat and untap it. Huh. Wow, that's 0. That's actually kind of busted. Abzar Mirror is our borderless. I don't know. So historic permanent enters. Oh, historic permanent. I don't know if that means like it's only historic play. I don't know. Anyways, still cool. Nonetheless, I'll try to pick up a little bit faster. I know I obviously don't want to make like an hour-long video, but I could. By all means. Because at least with this stuff, I at least know quite a bit about the games. Oh hey, a signature one with the blade, the Assassin's Creed blade right there. Very cool. Yeah, those Magic minigames I'll have to look into. Another game I was always really into was Halo. I think there was a Universes Beyond for Halo. Not 100% sure. Someone can always fact check me on that in the comments. But I thought there was one. If not, I would love to see a set or a Halo one as well. But who knows? I think the next year 2026 one's already updated. Like there's a Marvel one, I believe. There might be one more. I don't know what it is yet. But I believe there's already a confirmed Marvel one, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, Assassin Initiate. Oh, actually, that. Wow. Okay. Towering Viewpoint. Nice. Defender and Reach. Okay. We got Lydia Fry. So that's again from like the London game. Oh wow, okay, so you can surveil stuff. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Mountain. What game is that one from? Black Flags maybe? It's not Unity. It's not London. The London one. It's not Odyssey or Valhalla. Can't be the newest one. I don't know. Mythic. Yggdrasil Rebirth Engine. There's a bag for exile all creature cards from your graveyard. Interesting. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Put a creature card exiled with Yggdrasil onto the battlefield. Under control, it gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. Okay, so you could essentially... So if you had like a graveyard deck, you can then make an exile deck. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Fall of the First Civilization. That's a cool art right there. And Xiaojun. Very nice. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this video. And if you've seen any other ones, I try to get... I know I say this, I think I say this in every video. I try to get Magic content when I can, or as much as possible. It's also a money thing, to be honest. Like, to be brutally honest, it's always a money thing. So, plus, channel's still not too crazy. That's a nice treasure, actually, with the Assassin ring logo. Very nice. But yeah, it's, to be brutally honest, it always just comes down to that. So it's unfortunate, but I try to get at least one video every month. Sometimes I might have a month where I just can't. But yeah. Anyways, we got Hookblade, Origin of the Hidden Ones. Okay. Lydia Fryer. There's our Swamp, which is the London one, obviously. We got Javi, the Allfather, which is our legendary. Has indestructible as long as there are 4 more historic cards. Okay, here's historic. So it's artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So, okay, nice. Turn target creature legendary card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, okay, that's nice. Hidden Footblade. It's our reverse or foil, and then we got Ezio Brash Novice. Very cool. So we got one mythic, I guess, so far. So who knows how many other ones we are able to get. I don't want to break. I don't want to bend these cards also. It's also odd just because there's so many, there's like so many less cards. Oh, there you are. Magic the Gathering Arena. So hopefully that's in frame. So if you want to play it online, there you go. Wizard of the Coast, feel free to, sponsor if you so feel like doing so. Anyways, we got Phantom Blade. Escape Detection, Hunter's Bow. We got another island. This one is Black Flags, it looks like. Rare is Evie Fry. Foil is the Asir Escape Valhalla. That's cool with the like dragon heads. Kind of reminds me of Doubling Season from Foundations. And then Lydia Fry Borderless. Nice. I don't know if they're borderless, but I'm just going to say borderless just to make myself not get confused, I guess. Because if I say full art, because full art is more Pokemon based. Same with like if I say reverse for foils, because I collected Pokemon cards for 25 years before I got into Magic. So that is why. Oh, Assassin. That is a very cool Assassin art. If it decides to, focus. There we go. All right. We got Restart Sequence. Free running. You may cast the spell for its free running cost if you dealt combat damage to a player this turn with an assassin or commander. Okay. Returning target creature card from your graveyard to... Okay, nice. Brotherhood Regalia. Oh, so we can... So 1 mana to equip the legendary and then 3 normally. Nice. Okay, so it has Ward 2, an assassin, can't be blocked. That is a good benefit, especially if... So that is actually a really good benefit to have in any commander deck, because essentially you put, with the commander, your commander is always legendary. So essentially, your commander can't be blocked. So if you have a decent sized commander, yeah, that's actually a really bad powerhouse to have. You'd have to have your commander be destroyed or the artifact destroyed. So the other players would have to figure out which one would be the better of the two to do. Anyways, we got Mortify, destroy target creature, enchantment, always a staple. Ooh, look at the land. We got Silent Clearing, borderless land. Pay 1 life, add a white or plains or swamp. Sacrifice Silent Clearing, draw a card. That is so cool. I didn't realize there were non-basic lands in this. Our rare is instant. Okay. Assassin's Trophy. Destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Nice. I will say this, whenever I have do put these kind of cards in a deck, I actually typically just destroy one of my own permanents so I can get more land. Obviously it's up to the player, but that's usually how I play those cards. We got Eagle Vision. And then Alexios, Deimos of Cosmos. Okay. I also have not been counting how many packs I've opened so far, so obviously maybe it is 24 exactly. I don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, maybe it might be 24. We got another card art. We got the ship. So we got Fall of the First Civilization. So this is the non-foil. Both look good. Got Reconnaissance. Great to have. Xiaojun. Ooh, Mountain. That is a cool mountain. That looks like it's from the new game. Hatham Kenway. Protection from Assassins. So it's a rare. Other knights you control get +2/+2 and have protection from assassins. Enter the battlefield for each opponent, exile up to 1 target creature that player controls until... Okay, interesting. So it's like a... Beyond... Oh gosh, what's the name of the card again? Banishing Light, I think. So it's like that. We got a foil murder. Okay. And Edward Kenway. So it looks like it's Hatham Kenway's brother. Very nice. Create a treasure token for each tapped assassin, pirate. Okay, nice. That could be an interesting commander to make. It's 3 colors, so obviously 3 color commanders are always tricky to work around, but always makes that still a fun kind of like struggle, you could say. That's funny. We put the in the Gathering, or in Magic the Gathering. So, Secret Lair, if anyone's interested. So you can just go to the magicsecretlair.com. This is where you can find Universes Beyond stuff usually. We got Mysterious Creature. That's an interesting token. I don't think I've seen that before. We got Hidden Footblade. Become Anonymous. Okay. So it's a blink, essentially. Arno Dorian. Nice. Plains. Very nice. What is that? Immunity? We got Rare Mjolnir Stormhammer. So another Valhalla one. We got Uncommon Shay Cormac foil. And another Xiaojun. So yeah, we might get a few of those duplicate ones, I guess, for the so on and so forth called borderless. I don't know if they're actually borderless, like I said, but we'll call them that for now. Another card art. I don't know what this one's from. I don't know what game that's actually from. Because that's modern day. So, Assassin Initiate. We got the Smoke Bomb. Go for the Throat. Forest, nice. No idea what game that's from. We got Eivor, Wolf-Kissed, that's from Valhalla, obviously. Deals competition player, you mill that many cards. You may put a Saga card and or lane card from among them onto battlefield. Huh, that's interesting. Towering Viewpoint is our foil, and Edawale, Breaker of Chains. There we are. Nice. So yeah, obviously we're going to see more duplicates, so we'll probably go a little bit faster, but that is fine. Oops, with the camera. There we go. Card art again, another signature one. All right. Oh, here it is, Templar Knight. Deck can have any number of cards named Templar Knight. So this is obviously, I think there was Commander at Home. I think his name is Wubby. He made a deck that just had basically all Templar Knights. There were like 30 some in there. So, fun card, of course. That's actually how I first heard about the Assassin's Creed deck. Or Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond. One. We got Bleeding Effect, Coastal Piracy, Swamp. That's a cool swamp. I just love all the borderless ones. We got Conspiracy as a rare enchantment. Enters battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Interesting. Foil is Tax Collector. And we got Ezio Bresh Novice Foil. Huh. Okay. Very cool. It's a duplicate, but it's a foil, so it's new. That's how that works. Like I said, I don't concern myself with like prices. I will check the prices for all these cards, no doubt, but I'm not concerned about like, oh my god, this card is worth 20 bucks. I don't really concern myself with that. It's fun, but I've learned that you can find a card that is really good in a commander deck that could be worth 2 cents and still do more or less the same thing that's of something that's worth 20 bucks. So obviously there are some cards that are more specific, but you can still find some fairly cheap cards for what you're wanting. But it's up to the person's choice usually. So if you're looking for something really specific, sometimes you might have to pay a little bit more, but that's just my word of wisdom for the video, among maybe many, who knows. Loyal Inventor. Overpowering attack. Palazzo Archers. We got another of the Mountain. We got a rare what must be done. So choose one, let the world burn, destroy all artifacts and creatures. Ooh. Release Juno, return target historic permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it if it's a creature. Okay. So you got board wipe and some graveyard. stuff in a white deck, so that's unusual. We got Hemlock Vial as our foil, and Roshan Hidden Magister as our borderless. Okay, yeah, we've seen that card. Oh, no, we haven't. So, very similar. Other creatures you control are assassins. Face down creatures you control have menace, so that's interesting. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So that card, that stuff would actually work with, I think it was, oh gosh, what was the set? It was just after Foundations. Gosh, what was the set? Manifest Dread. That's what it is. Okay, so that's another mini game. So we got, anyways, Tax Collector. But yeah, that's how, like, so that would work with, because it's face down creatures. I guess you could use Disguise. That's another face down mechanic. So there's some ways to use it. Roshan Hidden Magister. So that's the non-borderless one. Path to Exile. We got Island. We got Rare Sigurd Jarl of Ravensthorpe. I was about to say Ravensthorpe. Huh. I think we just saw this card. Okay, we got foil. Oh, we didn't go 3 for 3. We got Shay Cormac. Very nice. All right. Wow, we already hit over 30 minutes. Oof. All right, let's see if we can. I say pick up the pace. I don't know. I'm enjoying opening these. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying watching. Human Rogue. I'll try to go a little bit faster on some things. So since we're seeing more repeats, so Towering Viewpoint. Ezio Brash Novice, so that's the non-borderless. That's the first time we've seen that. Shay Cormac, there we are. Plains. We got Abstergo Entertainment, Legendary Land. Ooh. So tap for colorless, 1 mana, add 1 mana of any color to tap it. For 3 mana, tap, exile Abstergo Entertainment, return up to 1 target historic card from your graveyard to your hand, then exile all graveyards. Ooh. That's actually really good. Especially if it's you're playing with 1 or 2 people that are graveyard decks. That is really bad for them. Borderless Mythic. That's crazy. Cassandra Eaglebearer. Haste. When it enters battlefield, search your graveyard, hand, and library for a card named the Spear of Leonidas. Put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. When a creature you control with a legendary equipment attached to it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, so these are one of those things where if I were to play with this this card, I'd have to get the Spear of Leonidas if I don't get it from one of these packs. So who knows how much that is also. If you do know, put it down in the comments. And then we got another Ezio Brash Novice. So, yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, okay, so we got this side done. It's one of those things where it is definitely something, as in, like, I could use it, absolutely, but I would have to probably get that 1 card if I don't pull it here. So if I were to consider using it. So it's always up to the person though. So who knows? I might look into it at some point. We got Tax Collector. Shay Cormac. Terminate. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That's actually important to see that. We got Plains. Rest in Peace is our rare. Exile a graveyard, so another exile thing. If a card or token would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Okay. Interesting. Origin of the Hidden Ones is our foil. And Alexios Deimos of Cosmos. Very nice. But yeah, so like I said, I haven't played Valhalla yet. I haven't, never got to play it. I kind of fell off of like console games. It just kind of happened. I was busy with stuff and haven't really gotten a chance to get back into it. Plus, like the way my setup is, I just don't have room for a console. So that's another thing to consider. We got Ballad of the Black Flag, Origin of the Hidden Ones, Palazzo Archers, Forest. Rare is Desynchronization. Return each non-land permanent that's not historic to its owner's hand. Okay. So that could be interesting to play with. Legendary land again, so we got the foil of it. Upstero Entertainment, and legendary, or not legendary, rare, my bad. Layla Hassan, and this is from the Origin game. Enters battlefield, and whenever one or more assassins you control deal combat damage, oops, that's not in frame, my bad. Deal damage to a player, return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's our first like non-uncommon one we've seen. So I like that. That is our first one because Origins was actually my favorite game of all the Assassin's Creed games I played. It was by far the one I probably played the most. I think I played over 100 hours or just about 100 hours on the game, to the point where there was like a final boss that you could go against where you were essentially going against the gods once you like beat the game and everything. I think I did that thing for 10 hours. I just kept going at the fight the gods every chance I could. So I probably had like 5 to 10 hours of just doing that. We got Bleeding Effect, Swamp, Mary, Reed, and Annie Bonny. Okay, so we got haste, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you discard an island, pirate, or vehicle card, create a tapped treasure token. Huh. So yeah, more pirate decks to look into maybe making. Hunter's Bow, artifact equipment. So it has reach and ward 2. Nice. Oh wow, look at that. So it enters the battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control. That creature deals damage equal to its power to up to one target creature you don't control. That's actually crazy. We got Abaz Mir. There we go. Also, if I say any of these names incorrectly, apologies. I try my best. Some of them are more foreign names than I am accustomed to. So if I mispronounce any of the names, apologies. Throughout any of the video. I don't mean to, it's just I'm trying the best I can. We got Rosham Hidden Magister, Go for the Throat, Arbaz Mir, Island. Excalibur, Sword of Eden is our rare. Costs X less to cast for X's total mana value of historic permanents you control. Equipped creature gets 10 plus 10 plus 0 and has vigilance. Nice. So you can only do it to a legendary creature. for 2. And it costs 12. Oof. We got Escape Detection as our foil, and Lydia Fry foil, borderless. Nice. Who would have thought this kind of video would actually take longer than any of the other like Tarkir or Edge of Eternity's ones I've done. But I suppose I have more accustomed to this, so I have more to say. Anyways, Hidden Blade, that's what it is. Escape Detection, Path to Exile, Mountain. Rare is Jackdaw. Oh, okay, interesting. Uncommon, Foil, Cathartic Reunion, and Edewale, Breaker of Chains. Okay. Seen that a few times. But that is perfectly okay. Nice part is I will have plenty, like even if I have a few duplicates, that is fine. If any of my friends would like one, there we go. I can trade them for something that maybe I don't have. Monastery Raid, Chain Assassination, the Acer Escape Valhalla, Plains. Our rare is Eveline de Grand Prix? Grand Prix? Something like that. I don't know. Death Touch. Interesting. On a green. And it has Disguise. That would be why. Revelations of Ezio is our foil, and Ezio Brash Novice is our borderless. Come on. There we go. Another mini game. So we got Distract the Guards, Cathartic Reunion, Land, Brotherhood Headquarters. I like to see these. Oops, my bad. I like to see these non-basic lands. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an assassin spell or spell that has free running, or to activate an ability of an assassin source. Interesting. Forest. Ooh, Mythic. The Capitoline Triad. 10 mana. Oof. So, those who came before, the spell costs 1 less to cast for each historic card in your graveyard. Okay. Exile any number of historic cards from your graveyard with total mana value 30 or greater. You get an emblem with creatures you control have base power and toughness 9/9. Wow. Okay. That is cool. And I could technically try to make a colorless deck with that. I might think about that. But that is cool. That is a cool mythic to get. Also, the art is really sick. Foil, we got a Brotherhood Regalia and a Shay Cormac as our borderless. Looks like 2 packs left. So it's cool that we got that mythic near the end. Oh, there we are. One of my friends has like a hot guy deck, so I'm like, hey, there you go. There's an art to have. It's funny. It's just a fun, like, commander deck. It's all proxy stuff, so that's also one. I'm also working on, like, my own proxy deck where I just take the cards I have and then change the art. I'm working on that. It's in the works essentially, but it has a fun twist, and whenever I can get it ready and like printed and everything, I'll definitely show it. Anyways, we got Hidden Blade, Ballad of the Black Flag, Terminate, Mountain. We got Senu, Keen-Eyed Protector. That's awesome. Flying Vigilance, exile Senu, you gain 2 life and scry 2. Nice. Whenever a legendary creature you control attacks and isn't blocked, if Senu is exiled, put it onto the battlefield attacking. Oh, interesting. Bleeding Effect, uncommon, yes. And Roshan, Hidden Magister. All right. Last, oh no, 2. Oh, we got another pack after that. I thought this was the last pack. I was gonna say last pack magic. Nope, we don't need to say that yet. Also, I don't know if anyone that watches the videos is into sports. I know this is super off topic, by the way, but for me, I love sports, but obviously right now it's football season, and it's American football for anyone not in America. But yeah, big American football fan, so been watching that a lot, especially my own team. Ooh, another mythic, Cleopatra, Exiled Pharaoh. Allies, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target legendary creatures. Nice. Betrayal, whenever a legendary creature with counters on it dies, draw a card for each counter on it. You lose 2 life. Interesting. That's cool mythic. Hookblade is our foil, and a rare, Hatham Kenway Borderless. Very cool. And then final pack. Let's see what we got. We got a copy. We got Haystack. That's actually great to get that. I love that. Oh, it phases out. So treat it and anything attached to it as though they don't exist until your next turn. So it's like Blink. But yeah. That's a cool mechanic to show you guys. We got Viewpoint Synchronization. So search your library for up to 3 basic land cards and reveal them. Put 2 of them onto the battlefield tap, then the other into your hand and shuffle. That is very cool. We got Coastal Piracy, Island. We got Cover of Darkness. That just seems fitting to end with the rare as that for a Assassin's Creed box. We got 2 of them. And then, can we go 3? No, we got it. Arno Dorian. Anyways, that is very cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Had a lot of fun recording all this. Don't know when I'll be doing another video like this. Could be next month, could be the month after, because obviously the Avatar set is planned to be end of November-ish, late November. So it could be then, it could be a month or 2 after that, depending on how the prices are for them. Who knows? Also, I'm like, I would love to open up a booster box of it, but if not, the next set I'm hoping for is Strixhaven. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you're new to the channel and you like the video, feel free to give a like and also subscribe. It's always appreciated. And I will see you all in the next one. All right. See you, everyone.